Welcome back. In this video we're going to have a look at if, elif and else statements. If statements, I'll call this. It's not completely correct. Oh well. I'll say A is 5, B is 10, and C is 20. Now this works almost exactly the way you'd expect it to behave. So we say if A equals and then two equal signs, because one equal sign is saying A equals something, and two equal signs is a question. If A equals 5, print A equals 5. And of course this is gonna print A equals 5 because I say here A equals 5, and then I ask the question, does A equal 5? And then I print A equals 5. But what happens if I change this? If I change this to 6, and I run it again? Well, this time it doesn't print anything. But what I can do is I can say else, and it's important to take note of the double point. I don't know the English word for that, but double point at the end of that, and the same at the end of an if statement here. That's the syntax. You say print A does not equal 5. And you see it first comes here, checks if this is true, and if that is not true, it goes on to this and it does this. Whatever is here, it's gonna do. And the way it works is everything that's in the indentation is part of it. So if I say print B, run if statements, it's gonna print B, which is 10. But if I unindent this and I make A back to 5 again, this is not part of this else statement. This is part of the normal code again. So I run this, and it still prints it. But if I indent this, it's part of the else statement. So we run that, and it doesn't print it because it's part of this, and this is not part of this anymore. Let me just pause this. So I hope that is clear. Now there's one last part here, which is elif. Elif B is larger than A, for instance. We'll say print B is larger than A. I'll move this here. So if we run that and we make this 6 again, what's going to happen is it's first going to check if this is true. If this is not true, it's going to look if this is true. If this is not true, it's going to do this. So here we go. B is larger than A, and that's exactly what we expect it to be, because A is 5. That's not true. So we go on to the next part. B is larger than A. Well, that is true because 10 is larger than 6. So then we print this, and then we stop. Now if B were to be 4, we're going to go check this. This is not going to be true. B is not larger than A, so we also skip this one, and then we move on to this here. And then it will always do this. It will always do the else statement. And indeed, it prints A does not equal 5. So that's if, elif, and else statements. And next time we're going to have a look at for loops.